Hi, and welcome to my recap of the 4,000-mile, 6-week road trip I took through Utah, Nevada, and California. I shipped my bike from Honolulu to San Diego. Takes 2 weeks. Then I flew there, picked up the bike, and rode to Las Vegas.
Well, I made it. Las Vegas. I did it in 2 hops and 5 hours, 333 miles. Now I just have to find the California hotel. I forgot where it is.
I'd really like to thank the Las Vegas motorcycle chapters of Kanakahekili, Ko'opuna, and the Ninth Island Riders for the Welcome to Las Vegas run they put together the first day I was there. Mahalo, guys. I was having so much fun, I almost forgot that I was there to shoot segments for my Toolin Around TV show that airs in Hawaii and Las Vegas. And I've decided to put them up here on YouTube. So stay tuned for full versions of the clips you see in this video. The first interview I shot was with Shannon Aikau from the TV show Counting Cars.
Well, in the beginning, when our show first started, there was a crew that came in here and they were doing interviews. I had no idea the interview was to see how good you are on TV. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, and I didn't. No, I didn't at all. But I refused to let them have the motorcycles we put out with somebody else, like gonna be like, he still worked here, but no, it ain't happening. These are our builds.
Now Shannon is originally from Hawaii, so it shouldn't have surprised me how down-to-earth he is despite his national fame. In fact, when he found out we were doing a Hawaiian Values community outreach at St. Jude's Ranch for Children, not only did he open up his shop and let us meet there, he and one of his guys, Rob, rode with us and helped do the work. On Toolin Around, I do a segment called People Who Ride, and was lucky enough to interview musician Stoney Curtis, massage therapist David Mancuso, and automotive shop owner Jesse Ferreira. Then I took a 120-mile trip to Utah to interview one of my motorvlogger friends, Everride. Because not only do I enjoy his dual sport YouTube channel, but also wanted to talk to him about his decision to give up his day job, motovlog for a living, and how important YouTube subscribers and views have become.
For me, it's, does my family eat ramen and macaroni and cheese and hot dogs for the next month? Or can we get a little bit more? For me, it's a big deal. And so where I want it to be just a personal thing and not care about that stuff, you know, deep down you have to care because it's risky. And you know, I've got a master's degree in education. and I'm not teaching. And people say, you're an idiot. Why are you not using your master's degree? And I said, because I love teaching, but that's not the actual passion. The passion is to do this. The scary thing is when the passion makes my family suffer, that's when I start to feel really guilty. So I feel very strongly about following my passion, but I also have to take care of my family. So when it comes down to it, it's a fine balance. You've got to be personable, but I do strive to become bigger.
And speaking of motovlogging, my next stop was in Oakland, California, where I stayed for 2 weeks in an area most would consider questionable. But that didn't stop my motovlogger friend XXX Deadhead from coming there and introducing me to dual motovlogging. Here's a sample.
Oh, dude, you got Mickey Mouse looking down on you. You're fine. Oakland's totally safe. Mickey Mouse lives right there, maybe.
You know what? It's funny how many people said, stay out of this neighborhood. I like it. It's got character. You know, it's like when people complained when they cleaned up New York.
Yeah, I mean, I use a full-face helmet, but I can vlog at 80 miles an hour with this setup pretty well.
Yeah.
So, and I can hear you pretty good, which leads me to think that it will work.
That'll be great, man. And then, you know, it warms my heart to know that the teddy bear I cut up to make this windscreen did not die in vain.
It's totally closed. Well, they ain't getting our business.
They already got my business. I'm on a victory.
XXX Deadhead and I had so much fun. And he helped me land an interview with none other than motorcycle seat icon Mike Corbin.
Were there any aha moments, like take for instance the Gunfighter? I mean, just to this day, it's one of the classic silhouettes.
That was an aha moment. Actually, in '81, I was walking down Main Street in Daytona Beach, and every other bike on that street had a Corbin Gentry seat on it that I had designed in the 60s and the 70s, right? And I go, man, I just need a revolution. I need something that is going to just change this whole seat picture thing. And I just started looking at all these bikes. There were Rigids, and you know, there was FXs, Sportsters, and you know, you're realizing that almost every bike is a solo bike, really. You know, especially custom bikes, they're almost always solo. And I got to thinking, boy, just to have like a lip to lean against and then have like a, you know, a midget car back on it would look really cool, on a Harley especially.
Sure. Well, I mean, this is basically it here, isn't it?
This is the same thing. This is just the new Indian Scout, and this is one of the models that we make for the Scout. We call it the Brave for the Scout, you know, Indian stuff.
And motorcycle innovator Jim Carducci, who builds dual sport motorcycles from Harley-Davidson Sportsters. What?
I'm guessing when you first introduced the idea of a Harley-Davidson engine in a dual sport, you got some odd reactions.
Yeah, mostly skepticism. And you know, I talked about this with my friends as long ago as about 15 years ago, and I started saying, look at the Sportster. I think that would make a good basis for a dual sport. You know, I can imagine the chassis, the rake, the trail, and what it would look like if I could do this. And they all said, don't waste your time. You know, crazy idea. And I just had this vision for, you know, the 10 years before I actually started this. And it got to the point where she got tired of me doing this, talking about it, said, just do it. So that's what I did.
Then it was time for some fun, and I joined the Santa Clara chapter of Kanaka Hikili on the Hells Angel Poker Run. Here in San Jose, just registered for the poker run, and we are going from here to I don't know, but that's the way I like it. So I'm about to head down to Malibu. Northern California has been a wonderful experience. Made some great friends, rode with some wonderful clubs, participated in a beach cleanup, and I gotta tell you, I'm gonna miss lane splitting. So I decided to leave Malibu and head down to San Diego a day early because, well, I don't know, I felt like it. So talk about a first world problem. You can't put the bike on the boat unless it only has a quarter tank. I have about 3/4 tank. And as a side note, do you think these guys have trouble with shoplifting? Made some great friends, rode with some wonderful clubs. Huh? Big dog here. But you're not on camera, you're just a little too far down. Okay? You got a goober in your eye there. Let me get that. Okay? Ooh, what's that? Huh? What's that? Goober eye. Oh, how about this one? Oh. Yeah. Gotta get the goober eye, huh? Get that on camera.